We've got a 1996 Coachmen pop-up camper for sale. I hate to see it go, put a lot of work into this unit, but we're looking to upgrade. So when I got the unit, it needed a complete overhaul for the most part. The canvas is original, but it wasn't actually in very good shape for its age. There's no holes in the screen. There's no, well, there is one hole in the canvas itself, but I have patched it, and I'll show you when I get to it. Some of the Velcro, like here where the Velcro over the bars is a little worn. It doesn't really stick, so I just tuck it back here. It does have the support bars that slide over as an added support. A little bit of rust, as you can see, but nothing that's detrimental to the structure of the unit. This is obviously the outside, well, the outside, but this is the, you can see the left side of the camper. Just recently, this whole area up here was rotten. Go up here. So I went ahead and replaced all this wood. I had to take the canvas off to do that, so I restretched, got all the canvas up. I also redid the entire roof, so it's completely sealed, painted. No roof leaks. As you can see, the bunk ends are in good shape. Underneath here, the tongue. It's a little bit of a jury rig, but the handle itself for this is the plastic piece broke off actually before I even got it, so I just used this to kind of crank. It's got one propane tank. It's got a spot for 12-volt battery. However, I've removed the 12-volt lines that go in and hook up to the power supply inside. It could easily be put back in, but everywhere I camp I have a 120-volt hookup, so I'm good. The lights work on the camper. It is 2-inch ball. It's got your stabilizing jacks on all 4 corners. I haven't done it yet because I just popped it up for this video and to try to get it solved, but just take some bungee cords and bungee the sides together to keep that flap tight so you don't see the inside. When I got this camper, it had some roof issues. Again, I've redid the roof, but it didn't have an AC in it, so I built this. This was the storage bin from the outside, but I went ahead and fabricated a way to put a AC in. And obviously when you're moving, you just pull this in and sit it on the floor, close this up and latch it. You got your door here. Little bottle opener. And then you get your crank in the back and the bunk end. It does have, I got this. This does not come with the camper because I use it on my car as well, but I got this for added storage in the back. It does have the little jack there for the accessories, whether you want to get a bike rack or whatever. I fabricated a bike rack to be sold with it. This is the one tear that is in the canvas, and this actually just happened, not this time, but the last time I popped it up. It was caught around this corner here when I was trying to pull up the top and slid it, so I went ahead and taped that back. Let's go take a quick peek inside. As you can see, the lights coming in here is because it's not strapped, but that takes care of that once I put my bungees up. You've got one bunk end over here. You got the extension cord run up to here. All around the top here, I have 120 volts. Runs all the way down. I've rewired all the electrical outlets. These are all new. All the Romax is new. It's got the stove. You can hook up the stove inside, or you can hang it on the outside of the camper. I always hang it on the outside. It leaves more room for storage in here. As you can see, I've painted the cabinets were in bad shape. So this used to be a cabinet here where the storage was, but this is where the AC is. It brings more floor space here as well. But went ahead and painted all the cabinets. I resurfaced them. This is laminate flooring. I put down, so as you can see, you get it's a nice, decent look. When you camp at Disney, that's why we have the polka dots and the red and the yellow, but obviously that can be easily changed. And you see the fir strips in the top, not only to support the new roof panels up, but to actually strengthen the roof itself. I did add this, and it does work. A little crank. There's two more cranks here, or vents for the stove, and this actually used to be a shower loo. I went ahead and removed that because it was destroyed when I got it. I do not use these, even though they do work. They are old, brittle. I just keep them shut. So, but they're dry, they're locked, they don't leak or anything. Down here there was a hole in the floor for a loo. I actually left the hole there and fabricated a laundry chute. So you just put a bucket or something back there. Since this is the closet anyway, we just open it up, throw your stuff back there. That's what I used with it. I didn't actually enclose the hole. The crank system's in here. It's all in good shapes. I've replaced 3 out of 4 cables. I've also replaced all the hardware here, and I put in some heavy duty hardware, so it's actually one size larger than it was when I got it. I've re-greased everything. This is actually where the, I want to say fridge, because it does not have a fridge, but this is where the cooler box was. I went ahead and took this out. I have, which is not included in the camper, a little mini fridge that I put in here. I'm not selling it with it, but I put it on top of here, and I use this space for extra storage. These wires here, just to let you know, are for some lighting that I've put on the camper. Let's see if I can get it on. Alright, the wires, you see the lighting. I've actually run ribbon lighting all the way around the camper, and it's all, so this galley obviously lays down, and the wires are a little longer, so when you lay it down it doesn't get tied up. But it comes with a little remote. There's a light set here. There's actually another one of these light sets on the outside of this side of the camper underneath, where just some mood, fun party lighting. It's nothing more than that, really. But you do have your sink. No leaks or issues down here. I have replaced a lot of the fittings. The water pump does work. There is laminate flooring down, but when I painted, obviously I got some overspray on the laminate flooring purposely. I wasn't really concerned because I knew I put this carpet down. This carpet is not tacked down. It could be pulled out. It could be vacuumed, brushed off, whatever, and then laid back down in here. I thought that was the best way. Some hanging shelves. One over the kitchen here. I do have these shelves here for the closets, and a hanging monk-in shelf that I talked to you about. And then I have this light here, which I'll sell with it. Plastic lightweight light hung up here, and then hooked underneath here. I usually just use that for that. It's a couple little design features that I've put in here to customize it. This is a chalkboard table. Okay, this is a whiteboard door. So get this shut here. But you can take any kind of markers or whatever and mark on it. You kids enjoy that. I also have, just for added safety and security, and just in case, I do have these poles here that I put after I crank it up. I put these poles in place. I have one for all 4 corners, just for added security. You have plenty of storage under the sinks. I already looked in that one. Down under here. Under this sink. I do have a cigarette lighter that I put in there, hooked up to the 12-volt converter, just in case I wanted to run a bike pump or whatever, really. This obviously folds down to make into a bed. You have storage under this seat. Alright, and then under the seat, show you have your water tank. power supply, the water heater. I have not used the water heater, had no reason to. I don't know if it works. I'm sure it does. I was told by the last owner that it does, but I never use it, never need to use it, so I don't. And then you've got this little storage unit down here, just extra shelves. Back on the outside, there is an awning. There's no awning bag for it. What I normally do is when I pop it down, I'll roll it up like it is, and I'll just stick it inside the camper as we come down. The awning itself is in good shape, no holes. Right around the seam here, where it attaches, there is, you know, a pretty decent rip right there. It typically, you know, the way the water rolls off, it doesn't really cause any problems. But I just haven't gotten out to get a new awning yet. And then, as you can see at the top here, I do have a bike rack. It is a homemade bike rack, but it works great. Just take the front tire off, hook them up, the forks to this hardware, and strap everything down. It works just fine. You can fly bikes up there. Let me actually jump up there and see if I can get a good look at the roof of it. The roof of the camper is in good shape. I've resealed with tape the seam all the way down. All new hardware, all new caulk around the corners here, and like 5 coats of water sealant paint, and extra around all the vents. And like I said, I redid the wood around the outside. These bolts here, closer. These bolts here are actually what attaches the bars. They were just screws, and I went ahead and put bolts here for a number of different reasons. Number one, when it's down, use something to actually tie to, and if for whatever reason I wanted to tie off from here to a tree during a big windstorm or something like that while I'm camping, I can go ahead and add some extra security so the top isn't wobbling. I don't think it really needs that, but I'm always like, I'd rather be safe than sorry. So here's the outside unit of the hot water heater. You get your electrical in, your water tank to fill it up, your input and your exhaust, your drain for your water, and then on cord here, your standard 120, and then I've got the adapter here for either hookup. So everything you need to go. You could take this camping this weekend if you wanted to.